Hi guys, I'm back. So I mixed my bleach. I mixed a scoop of the basic white with 2 ounces of 30 volume developer. You can see it's nice and creamy, like the consistency of an oatmeal or like a Greek yogurt. And I know when I was sectioning her, I stated that I wanted to do the slicing method, but on my blonde mannequin, I already did the slices on her, so I was like thinking, let's just change it up. So I'm going to do the weaving method instead. And what weaving is, it's not the weave hair extensions, it's more of like a separation, and there's hair in between. And so I have a thin section of hair here. So a slice would just be taking this section of hair, applying the bleach, closing the foil, and then that's it. With a weaving method, you do this motion with your rat tail comb, and you just slide in the hair like so, and you go up, like this, up, see, up, and then down, and then up, and then down, and then up, and then down, and then up, and then down. I want to do a chunky weave because I really don't want the highlights to be subtle, but after weaving it, let me show you this. So you see that, right? So it's like notes on the piano, up and down, up and down, up and down. Okay, so I got my section, and I have my foil, and I love these see-through foils because you can see the progress as the hair is lifting. It's really imperative to fold the foil with your comb so there is no slippage and it doesn't cause those leopard spots. So you take the comb, you put it flush against the head. 1, 2, 3. You let it go. Just a second. You let it go, and there. And the foil is nice and secure. You start, and just like with a traditional bleach application, you start half an inch away from the scalp and you go to the ends. So because this is a white bleach, we're not cutting out anything, and so my goal is to get the highlights into like a lighter red or like an orange gold blonde, like a coppery blonde, to give her the dimensional red, just like Raquel Welch. That's one thing I love about Raquel Welch's hair, is that she's that nice, like intense red blonde, and I was always a fan of that hair color. So we take the foil, and it's up to you to fold it either horizontally or vertically, but just make sure with the teeth, and we secure it, and we got a nice foil. Because I want a little bit of a chunky look, I'm just going to continue, like with every section, I'm just going to be doing that whole like up and down motion. So I take another section of hair like so, and one step at a time. I want to see how she lifts with the bleach, and then see if we need to put the toner or not, because I love like a finished look. I really don't like just bleaching hair and then not putting some sort of tint or toner to it. But let's just see. So again, you take a section and you take some hair and you go up, and then you go down, and then you go up, and then you go down, and then you go up, and then you go down. So it's like keys on a piano, so to speak. So see, this is going to be my weave. And we put the foil flush against the head with the comb, and we let the comb go. And we apply the bleach 1/2 inch away from the scalp. Always go 1/2 inch away from the scalp because you don't want the product to swell. You don't want those leopard spots, and you will get very close to the scalp even with 1/2 inch because bleach tends to swell. You make sure you saturate the product really well. And then you fold it like so, and then with the comb, with the teeth of the comb, you do like that. Make sure it's lined up nicely, and we have another secure foil in place, like a bookend. It's like bookending, which you can bookend, you could do horizontal. What I like about this bookending method is that it's more compact, and it takes up like less space. When you're bricklaying the foils like this, like as I did on my blonde mannequin, that's when you're just highlighting the top of the head. But if you're doing like the three frontal sections and doing those face framing highlights, then this bricklaying is the best. Okay, so I'm taking just a second. Let's lift her up. So, as you can see, this is a really thick section, so we gotta like thin it out a little bit. Combing the hair, making sure it's not doesn't have any tanglies or none of that, and then again up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, and we have a weave. So it's gonna make sure that there is like separation in the hair. I honestly love both methodologies with the highlights. I like both the weaving and the slicing method. It seems like the slicing was more popular in the 90s and everybody was going for that Priscilla Presley like chunk look. But lately it's all been about the weave. People just want to be subtle. And me and subtle in the same sentence, So I'm applying the bleach. Going to have really beautiful dimension. And I love highlighting because you could completely transform a person's hair color without having to color their entire head. That's one thing I love about highlights for that reason. Because you're taking individual strands of hair, so it's a lot less damaging. You could play up with the color a little more, so it's a win-win all around. So the foil is nice and secure, and we take the comb and we line it up like so. Perfect. So all this hair that I'm holding in my hand, is the section, are the sections that need to be highlighted. So making a clean straight line. my section like so. This belongs to this section. And because I want the most brightness on the top, I'm using 30 volume on the top, but I will see how her hair responds to the 30, and I might use 20 on the sides, so that way she has like a very dimensional highlight, like she has the light and dark weaving in and out. So we pull the section up and down, up and down, up and down, up and then down, up and down. Okay, so this is going to be the hair that's to be highlighted. Take my foil. Make sure that I have a slight bend with the comb. Oh no. Perfect. Okay. And you hold the foil in place because you don't want there to be any slippage. And you just apply the mixture like this. Taking it half an inch away from the scalp to the end. Oh, it's going to be really awesome, really pretty. And then we, like this, bookending the foil like so. Making sure my sections are nice and even. Weaving takes a little more precision than the slicing method, and that's okay. And so you can see there is a little bit of up and down, up and down, up and down. starting to lift, which is a great sign. Okay, so I'm cleaning up the section. Because I really love this color, I don't want to drown it out with big chunky highlights. I want it to be like a subtle. I don't want it to be drastic. I just want to liven it up a little bit. And I just feel like there's a little bit of a blonde inside of everybody, you know? And my goal is to use this 2 ounces of 30 volume developer with that 1 scoop of the basic white bleach for all of her highlights. So I'm going to do one more section, a couple more foils up top before I go and do the sides. Okay. Making sure that the foil is flush against the head because we don't want slippage. Okay, so in a little under 20 minutes I put in 6 foils, but you have to keep in mind that weaving is a little more time consuming than the slices because you're actually going and you are separating the hair. Okay, stay tuned. Now I'm on to the side sections and I'm interested to see how the top is gonna process. Okay, later.